The latest Stephen King novel to be adapted for the big screen is Firestarter. It is a story about a girl, Charlie McGee, with the amazing ability to start fires with her mind. When Drew Barrymore first read the book in 1980, she knew the role was for her.
My mom was in the kitchen making dinner, and I came in and I went, "I'm the Firestarter, I'm Charlie McGee."
He's the one that brought us here.
Oh, no, Daddy. That's John. He took care of my room.
No.
A descendant of the famous Barrymore family, Drew has been acting since the age of 11 months. But her real break came when Steven Spielberg asked her to be in a film he was making. It was called E.T. Firestarter required that Drew add a new dimension to her abilities, according to producer Frank Capra Jr.
We'd seen her in these other pictures, especially E.T., but we wondered if she was really too sweet, because deep down in, this little girl is carrying this power.
You sway back and forth, Drew. Sway back a little more. You're about to fall down, Drew. And boom, the car goes.
Director Mark Lester realized that Drew was being asked to take on more responsibility than ever before.
This picture she really had to carry because she's in every scene in the movie. And I knew it was a difficult job for her, but she's come through great.
Although Firestarter is not a horror movie, the filming did require many dangerous and frightening stunts.
When you're first looking at the guy and he's going to blow up or something, then it's scary at the first part. But then when he does it, it's not scary, because you know he's going to be okay.
The fire and the stunts and the burns and so forth, it's all a major part of the story.
Jeff Jarvis, along with special effects coordinator Mike Wood, is responsible for creating and controlling the fire and explosions. Bringing Firestarter to life requires that the stuntmen perform the most dangerous stunt of all, the full body burn, over and over. Fortunately, they have the right crew.
There's one fellow that was on the show, Mike Johnson. I think he'd rather do burns than anything else.
Boom. Look back to the camera and extend your hand like you're looking for help. Boom, boom, boom.
Today, Mike will go up in flames wearing a newly developed fire suit that is much thinner than previous suits, giving him a more realistic look.
I'm going to double check your bottle here.
Mike has only 90 seconds to do the full burn once his air supply is turned on. Ironically, he is in as much danger of suffocating inside his safety suit as he is of getting burned. He also wears a mask to simulate the face of the actor he is doubling for, Drew Snyder.
He has my face on his face over a piece of asbestos, and the whole thing will ignite and kind of melt down. I'm glad there's another man that looks like me on this set.
We have a spot that we're supposed to go to and die right there on the spot. But sometimes the fire is in front of your eyes, so you have to wiggle your head like this, which makes the fire shoot back and forth, and sometimes you can pick up a car here or a tree there or a person there where you're supposed to go. By the time you're all through at the burn, and they take off this headpiece, and you see the world, you see the blue sky, and your friends are all applauding, that makes everything worth it.
Glenn Randall, stunt coordinator on Firestarter, is one of the most experienced in the business, with credits like Raiders of the Lost Ark and Return of the Jedi to his name. But on this film, he is trying new combinations of stunts.
We're incorporating two devices, not only the burn suit, but also a flying rig. And to my knowledge, this is the first time that we've ever attempted putting the two together, so it should be an interesting result.
The problem with fire stuff is once you feel the pain, it's too late. You're burned.
George Fisher is another veteran of fire films, having worked on the towering Inferno. In this scene, he is wearing a mask to double for George C. Scott's character. He's modest about his role in bringing the effect to the screen.
You're just a passenger. You say a little prayer and you depend on your buddies.
When Charlie loses control of her temper, she unleashes her awesome power on everything around her. Rather than rely on the magic of the film lab, the effects crew has built a full-size mansion that they will set on fire. Then a cannon will shoot debris outward as the house explodes. Meanwhile, Mike Johnson will be standing on the balcony on fire.
You'll torch him and get the hell out of there. Wilson! How do you move?
Amazingly, Mike is unhurt. Testimony to the abilities of the special effects experts and the stunt crew.
I thought that Firestarter was a more movieable book than some of the others, but at the same time I worried a lot about somebody getting hurt, somebody burning up.
Not an unrealistic concern, considering the importance of fire in bringing the film to the screen. But in the entire 67-day shooting schedule, nobody was seriously injured. Stephen is modest about his abilities, preferring not to label his novels as fantasy or horror.
I call them stories. Sometimes I say I'm going to go upstairs and you know, make stuff up.
Whatever you call them, Stephen King will be chilling our backbones for years to come.